My name is Daniel Jester here for Creative Force, and in this video, we're going to talk about tools in the platform that allow you to customize and automate metadata capture for your e-commerce studio. You are probably familiar with the technical information that your camera automatically captures and records when you take a picture. This is things like the camera make and model, lens information, and settings that were used to capture the image. Other types of metadata include administrative and descriptive. Descriptive metadata would just simply be text information that describes the actual image itself, while administrative metadata contains information like the copyright owner's information, usage terms, rights, etc. Metadata is most commonly used to build a catalog of images. So if you've ever used Capture One or Lightroom to create an image catalog, that fundamentally uses metadata to create that catalog. And then you are continually inputting more metadata in when you're doing things like adding keywords and using color tags and star ratings. But for e-commerce, we want to be able to capture information beyond what the camera can record automatically. We really need to be able to capture information about the product itself, so that already exists in the file when we import them into our DAM system. It's also very helpful to capture information about the team that shot the product on set. My experience in using metadata at the studio level was we recorded photographer name, stylist name, and the set on which the item was shot, but we had to put that information into existing fields for the schemas that were already there. This isn't a great way to handle that information because we had to do things like put the photographer name in the author's field and put the stylist's name in the description field. The fields and existing schemas that images use to capture metadata just don't describe the type of information that an e-commerce business needs in their images. Like any database management in your company, you want to have a clean and accurate method of recording data. And this is where Creative Force can really help. Creative Force does something that's just really special when it comes to handling metadata. And it's a small thing, but I think it's really important. And that is, we can create custom namespaces with our own properties outlined within that namespace to contain information that we need. So if we want to create a custom namespace that captures the photographer, the stylist, the set name, but also information about the product, so color family, collection, whatever you might need or want to organize these images by, we can create custom namespaces and describe the fields that we want to appear in that namespace. So if you want a field called photographer, if you want a field called stylist, if you want a field called set name, all of those things we can create. Literally anything that you can imagine, you can create a field for and populate it with information. Because Creative Force is a multi-client platform and designed to be that way, we can create custom namespaces for each client, apply those to the images for that client within the system, and then to take it even a step beyond that, we can identify specific variants that need additional metadata or different metadata and apply that information based on the variant. So we can get very, very granular customization with our metadata namespaces in this platform as it is now. For me, one of the most exciting and powerful ways that Creative Force handles metadata is that we can take any information that's in the platform, whether it's from a shot list or a job or user's information, and apply that to our custom namespace properties. So we're not asking anybody after the fact to sit down and punch in a photographer's name or a color family or anything like that. That information can automatically be populated based on what we set up in our presets. And we can let our teams in the studio focus on doing what they do best, which is creating great images for your studio or your brand. And we let Creative Force handle the metadata.